So now it is that your girl's recording. Let's go ahead and let's get into this next damn reaction, shall we? Now, Chico, shout outs to you. Anime side characters who deserve better. So without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead. Let's start this up, shall we?
Me, not him! My boy Rock Lee genuinely has main character energy. He has probably the most inspiring character in Naruto, and I feel like he's the inspiration for certain other characters, right? Unlike the rest of the main cast of characters, Rock Lee is unable to exert chakra outside of his body, which means he can't perform ninjutsu or genjutsu, which in any other case would make him a pretty useless ninja, except for the fact that it literally doesn't. This concept alone could have made so many banger story arcs in Naruto. It led to arguably the greatest moment in the entire series.
Don't get me wrong, he doesn't have either or of that. But do not sleep on my goat, Rock Lee, bro. You can't. When he gets in his bag, he gets in his bag for real. Not too much on him, okay? I'm Team Rock Lee over here.
Primary loaded! God motherfucking damn!
We could have got way more if Kishimoto didn't fall deeply in love with the Uchihas. It's specifically this one. Honestly, I could go on for days with the amount of characters, clans, and concepts that got completely sidelined because the Uchiha's eyes are pretty cool. Their eyes are pretty cool though, I'll give you that one. This storyline was so good, I feel it had to inspire Midoriya from My Hero Academia. I'm willing to debate this in my comments, by the way. The story of Rock Lee having to persevere with taijutsu and putting up the craziest fight against Gaara easily wipes down most of the stories in Naruto. There genuinely hasn't been a more hyped moment in Naruto than Rock Lee versus Gaara. I'll never forget Rock Lee dropping the weights on the floor and them shit shaking the ground.
Yeah.
That is better. Now I will be able to move freely.
He whooped that man, Gaara.
You see, my guy beating the brakes off Madara was a cool ass moment. No disagreement from my side, but I do feel like the moment could have gone to Lee. Now hear me out, right? How many major fights in Shippuden does Lee really have? Not that many, right? I mean, most of his crazy...
Now that I'm thinking about it, like, damn, he really didn't have that many fights. He didn't have that many. Wow, he really didn't have that many fights. Okay, proceed.
Easy moments, most of his best moments are from the first part of the series, not in Shippuden. In Shippuden, honestly, majority of the main cast gets sidelined for this guy right.
You're not wrong.
Right here. Not to say Sasuke's moments weren't great. Sasuke versus Deidara, fire. Sasuke versus Itachi, fire. I'm not saying they're not good moments. It's just that the Shippuden section of the manga was very long. There could have been way more Rock Lee moments in there. If Kishi gave Lee a power boost and gave him that moment, I could rest easy at night. Lee needed at least 4 major fights in Shippuden, easily with how hype Lee was getting around the Chunin exams. All right? Was Lee versus Kimimaro not a banger moment? In my opinion, it's probably one of the most known moments in the first half of the series,
Absolutely.
bro. Easily. All I'm saying is Rock Lee deserved better in the series. Look at this guy. How could you snub somebody this happy? When you talk about side characters getting robbed, your brain immediately goes to Gohan. When I say that, a lot of people will go, oh, but Toriyama never intended for Gohan to be the main character. I'll never argue that Gohan was meant to be the primary protagonist of the series, but let me rap to you real quick, all right?
There's only one beer left.
The entire reason for Gohan's training since the beginning of the series was solely to protect the people
nah.
of the...
You don't think so for Gohan? You don't think so? I mean, I can understand why. I can understand why Gohan should have trained. Okay, fair. You're not wrong for saying that. You're definitely not wrong for saying that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong because he really did not. He ain't trained like that. He said Gohan was meant to take over for Goku after Cell. Fair. This is why it is. I said it. I was like, you know, y'all not wrong for that. Y'all definitely not wrong.
Earth. It doesn't really make sense for Gohan to take a backseat. To draw an easy comparison, that's like Spider-Man being like, there's other superheroes. I'ma just chill now. The beginning of the Buu saga pretty much follows Gohan. He takes on most of the major antagonists himself. He fights Babidi, Deborah, and Majin Buu.
He cold.
And it seemed at this point, Gohan had at least the main Deuterog in his role, at the very least. Besides possibly the most fun fight to watch in Dragon Ball, Gohan had most of the entertaining and thrilling fights in the arc. Counting the Cell Saga and the moment where Goku essentially passes the torch to Gohan, it's easy to see why a lot of people, including myself, thought that at this point the series was gonna go in Gohan's favor, because I mean Goku literally just sacrificed himself and passed the torch. I didn't think in the next arc Goku was just gonna, you know, pop back up.
You guys have changed a lot in 7 years.
But I get Toriyama's vision. I'll never argue with the GOAT, but man, Gohan just deserved better, bro. I've obviously seen the movie and I think Beast Gohan is kind of cool. But with the passing of the late great Akira Toriyama, it's not exactly the same, even if now Gohan becomes more in the protagonist role. Zoro has been slandered far too often in the past 2 years, and
okay, this I wouldn't even say Zoro is a side. I wouldn't call him a side character. I feel like, you know, I wouldn't even call him a side character. But does he deserve more? Yes. With Gohan, the problem is that he didn't train. He literally had everything set up for him to do so. Like, all you had to do was put in the work. That's all you had to do, bro. That was it. It's like, fuck.
I simply can't take any more of it. Ever since Kaido, the discussion around the topic seems more about who Zoro can't beat and what Zoro can't do. Now look, I get it. Zoro Glazers make discussion around this topic hard, but I'm no Zoro Glazer. I've simply come here to deliver the facts. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it so for real with y'all. The main reason he gets power slandered is because he's consistently nerfed in fights. And this has been a theme for a while now. Most pre-time skip fights, he was nerfed in, bro. And I'm not gonna talk about post-time skip because obviously the way things are right now, I'm not gonna sit here and say Zoro stacks up against like current Luffy. I get it. At that point, if you didn't nerf Zoro, he probably would have soloed. But sometimes you just want to see him fight full powered, 100% health. Now, I'm not here to bring you some Zoro is stronger than Luffy propaganda or say Zoro could have Swiss cheese fucking Kaido. But using Zoro in East Blue as a comparison when he was nerfed for 90% of it is just low-key crazy, bro. Saying shit like, oh, Zoro and Luffy isn't even
Gohan didn't train, so Gohan didn't train so much. Even Vegeta could tell that he was stronger than him in the beginning of the blue. Yeah, like he had everything set up. It's like, hey, what happened, bro? You was right there. Zoro definitely deserves better, and he needs to get his get back on. I agree with that.
Close. And the last time they were even comparable was East Blue, where Luffy blew him out of the water. Like, nah, bro. Arlong was even trembling in his boots over Zoro. Let's not act like that didn't happen. I'm not gonna say Zoro could have completely wiped out Arlong with ease, but there's a reason Arlong was tripping the way he was, bro. Like, obviously at this point, Luffy is way better with Haki, and he has a crazy busted devil fruit, and I doubt we'll ever see Zoro keeping up with current Luffy. But hey, the slander that Zoro is a bum will simply not be tolerated. Now, the last person on this list, bro, just deserved a way better ending than the one he got, all right? First of all, how many times were we hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray about Gojo's return, bro? At a point, I feel like Gege was just dangling Gojo over our head like, hey, keep reading, huh? Maybe. Last thing we see of Gojo is a flashback in the final chapter of the manga, right? And during the flashback, Gojo assures Yuji that he too has love and dreams like any other person, and he hopes to be remembered, even though he acknowledges that everyone will eventually move on. Yuji's like, yo, bro, nah, we not finna forget you, bro. You're the GOAT. And Gojo's being a little sour pussy. He's like, nah, it's cool, bro. You gonna forget me, everyone will forget me. And he's like, yo, keep going though, bro. I got high hopes for you as a student type shit. Now, keep in mind, this is the conclusion of the manga. I'm not saying Gojo had to reappear with like instant transmission and be like, hello everyone, I am back. But it is a little gut-wrenching to be the last thing we ever see of Gojo after, you know, he got turned to itty bitties by Sukuna. I mean, like at the very least, I was expecting like a proper burial. You know, I'm not expecting a full return, but at least show us like, you know, a funeral, some type of burial of Gojo. But nah. It just kind of seems like Gojo was more of a weapon to the people at JJK. He wasn't actually like a person that people cared about, just a tool to get the job done type shit. I
still fuck with Gojo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's still my guy. Now, I'm not gonna be out here glazing and stuff like that. But, and for all, and like, and anybody it is that be like, oh, Gojo's a fraud, I'll fight y'all, okay? With words. With words, YouTube, with words, as in a debate. Because he's not a fraud at all. He's not a fraud. That actually pisses me off every time it is I hear that. It's like, oh no, Gojo's a fraud, but you see him within the, nah, stop it. Got it.
I feel like fans of Jujutsu Kaisen are kind of torn. You got one half of the fan base that actually liked Gojo and wanted more from his ending, but you got the other
Yes.
side of the fan base that hates Gojo, right? Now, if you don't
And I never, bro, like, it's just like, why, bro? There's other niggas in JJK to hate. Why is it y'all want to hate on Gojo so bad, bro? Y'all want to hate on this nigga so much. It's not that necessary. Right, Zach. Especially fucking Toji, the punk ass nigga that's a deadbeat father. Like, hate on that nigga, bro. Hate, like, there's other niggas to hate in JJK other than Gojo. It's just like,
don't like
stop.
the character, bro, that's completely on you. I get it. It's cool. Whatever. I'm not forcing anybody on anybody. Like, it's not like you said you didn't like Future Trunks from Z, because if you said that, maybe I would have to slap you. Opinions are opinions for a reason. However, it does seem, though, like one of the people who's in the camp of Gojo haters is the author
Not you saying Gojo's best friend.
of the manga himself. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and joke around and use the old, oh, Gojo must have clapped his wife type thing, but maybe it happened. Who knows? Maybe his wife genuinely does like Gojo. What I will say is I do feel like he was mistreated in his death and the reactions to his death by his peers. You know it's bad when Megami's sister had a better burial and a more proper burial than Gojo himself, bro. This is crazy.
Yeah,
But alas,
yeah.
some things I can't change, some things you can't change. But I do feel like all the characters on this list were severely mistreated in their show. Maybe not so much Zoro, but Zoro did have way more potential than I think was.
And by the way, for all the people that is just asking, like, how come it is stuff like, oh, we couldn't see the screen? Because y'all have also asked me to react to Hood JJK. The sad part is that I did, but YouTube said, no. I tried putting that up 4 times up on my main channel, and it got each fighting scenes from JJK. They're just like copyright. So I understand why it is that Chico did this, of kind of just like blurring out the screen. I promise you, there's always somebody that will ask me this in the comments, and I know that I'm not ignoring y'all, but just understand it's pain for me when it is that I couldn't put that video up. Like, it's so painful.
Utilized for him. But who am I to say this, right? I'm just some YouTube guy. You guys, I got Instagram, Discord. If you guys want to hit me on either one of those things and have like some anime debate or some shit, we're sitting here typing on the other sides of the keyboard. Like, factually, if you guys want to do that, hit me up on either one of those.
Appreciate you, gang. Yeah, I've had so many people ask me this question of like, are you gonna react to Hood JJK? I did, bro. I did. The hidden inventory arc, the Shibuya incident. I did those 2, and like, listen, Rab so petty. I'm so sorry. I can't put the video up, man. I want to so bad. Yes, YouTube is YouTubing. So anything that is with JJK stuff, like from like the scenes within the show itself, or within the anime, I can understand. But yes. Chico, shout outs to you, gang. Thank you so much for the video. Shout outs to y'all in the chat. And shout outs to you at home. I'll catch y'all in the next video.
Oh, chosen trickster.